So it's December, we're officially at the end of the year, and man, looking back at how WWE was this year, you'd think I'd be super mad and I just started yelling at the microphone, talking about all the bad booking that Triple H has done this year, but really, I'm just sad, dude. Like, it really is sad. Because, man, like, before the year even started, I had so much faith in Triple H, as corny as it sounds, to give us a great 2025 in WWE. Like, looking back, looking back at this time last year in 2024, I was so excited for WWE in 2025 because, first of all, we were getting Raw on Netflix to start off the year. That's awesome. WrestleMania 41 with the kind of roster we have, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, John Cena, his last Mania ever, by the way, it was really shaping up to be one of the greatest Manias in history, and especially with The Rock's involvement as well, with him saying that they're actively trying to make this one of the greatest Manias of all time. And the fact that I had booked my tickets already, like, dude, I was finally getting to see a WrestleMania live. There was all that excitement, and I mentioned earlier, Cena's farewell tour as well. We're gonna see him actually show up more so he can write this final chapter in his story. Like, wow. There were so many things to look forward to in 2025, and the fact that every single one of those things ended up under-delivering, and under-delivering is an understatement. It ended up being totally mid, or bad, or horrible. Like, let's actually take a look at each one. I mean, wait, before we actually get to it, I just want to talk to my subscribers and viewers in general, It does kind of relate to the subject of the video, so I'm just going to address it here. Because I've been getting a lot of comments and DMs asking me why I haven't been as consistent as I used to be, asking me why, you haven't been seeing me upload as much as I used to. And I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. And no, I have not lost interest. No, my passion is not going away. Trust me, I love doing this. If I could, I'd do this every day. It's just that I can't. There's a lot of things in my personal life that don't allow me to be as consistent as I want to be. And don't worry, it's nothing serious. Your boy's good. Don't worry. It's just that life gets busy sometimes, Like, I'm not even exaggerating or dramatizing when I say this. Even recording one video has become pretty much a challenge. And on top of that, whenever I do make time to record reviews for Raw and SmackDown and maybe PLEs as well, like I said, it's pretty much a challenge to just, make time for one video. So when I do make time to record these reviews, it just pisses me off because there's always pretty much nothing new to talk about. And at that point, I'm just beating a dead horse. So if you've kind of been wondering why the reviews kind of, have disappeared for the past couple of weeks, it's because one, like I said, it's just been very busy for me, And I have been trying my level best to give you guys the best content possible. And two, it's all the same thing. I don't want to make time to record a video for you guys where I pretty much say exactly what I said the week before and just throw a low effort video at y'all just for the sake of it. No. And especially now that it's December, like, dude, WWE's pretty much on an off season this month. And on top of that, because it's been such a busy few months, I haven't really been able to catch a lot of the shows live either. I wasn't able to watch Survivor Series live. I did watch it on the Sunday after, and I did record a whole review video, but I never got the time to edit that, so that's on me, guys. I apologize. Let me know in the comments. I mean, if you still want to see it, I can somehow work on it and put it out by the end of the weekend. Or if you feel like it's too late now and you don't care about it anymore, I guess we can just forget about it, So yeah, unfortunately, the reviews will have to be put on a little pause. I mean, you're still going to see me dropping content. Trust me, I don't want to give you guys blue balls and leave you all hanging. No. I'll continue pumping out as much content as I can. I got several lined up for y'all this holiday season. It's going to be super fun. But yeah, the reviews in particular will have to be paused for a while. I do apologize if anyone's a little let down by any of this, and I assure you it will be back soon. It's just that for the time being, till I can get my shit together at the moment, I'll have to pause the reviews. And also, whenever I have been like, hey guys, I'm sorry for missing the review, I was super busy, or like a couple of weeks ago, and I was super sick, everyone in the comments just goes like, bro, you did not miss anything. Like, that's how bad the shows have gone. But anyways, yeah, getting back, there was so much excitement for 2025 by the end of 2024. So let's take a look at each and every single thing that seemed promising to us and how WWE, of course, absolutely ruined it. So, of course, the year started off with Raw premiering on Netflix. Like, wow, that's amazing, right? We're in a new era. And how do we kick off the new era? The Rock returning. Wow, perfect. But wait, what does The Rock do, huh? He completely throws everything away. The story we have been following for about a year, the characters, the dynamics, all just thrown in the gutter. All because The Rock, no, not even The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, all because Dwayne wanted to jerk off some people in suits. This man was hugging and kissing and drinking tequila with his rival, with his blood rival, when they were in a rivalry that all of us were super invested in for about a year. Like, get out of here, man. And the entire show just ended up being underwhelming, with the matches not really delivering. And on top of that, Raw on Netflix was nothing special, The product wasn't anything different. It wasn't edgier. There was nothing special about the presentation either. As a matter of fact, it got worse. Like now we got sponsors everywhere. We got celebrities everywhere. It's like Raw has become this one big commercial with a little bit of wrestling here and there. So yeah, everything we were excited about with the Raw and Netflix deal, it all came crumbling down pretty quick. But hey, after that, we're about to get the most stacked Royal Rumble in history, right? The most stacked Royal Rumble in history. That could be great. That could kick off this seemingly incredible WrestleMania season, and Jey Uso ends up winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, Jey Uso. Jey Uso versus Gunther ends up becoming the WrestleMania World Title match. Let that sink in. But okay, fine, what does the other world champion do? Huh? What does Cody Rhodes do? He rekindles his rivalry with The Rock, who shows up twice on the road to Mania and never shows up again. Never even gives his story a proper payoff. They had John Cena turn heel in one of the greatest moments in wrestling history, and it was ruined because the guy that orchestrated it in kayfabe just dipped. Like, especially as someone that was there at Mania 41 in Vegas, Like, look, I had an incredible weekend in Las Vegas, Might actually be one of the best weekends of my life. Vegas is, of course, a special place. And the fact that I got to see some of my all-time favorites, some of my childhood favorites for the first time ever at WrestleMania, that was great. But man, the show itself. Like, bro, they deadass gave us one of the worst main events ever. One of the worst. And to make it worse, that was Cena's final Mania, man. And you really ruined it like that? By centering it around a 130-pound rapper? And speaking of Cena, I mean, you guys know this, Cena is my childhood hero. I grew up watching this guy, so the fact that he's going on this retirement tour just means so much to me, and I'm sure it does for a lot of y'all as well. And it's like every single thing I was looking forward to in this farewell tour ended up being ruined. Last match with CM Punk, ruined. Last match with Randy Orton, ruined. I mean, that was actually one of the better matches. But you still had R-Truth cost Randy Orton the match. And R-Truth, yeah, Cena wasted several weeks building up a garbage feud with him, which ended with R-Truth getting fired and rehired and given a new character that went absolutely nowhere, and Triple H acted like he was some kind of a genius for it. Like, that's a whole different story. But yeah, and then you have him get squashed by Brock Lesnar, and in his last ever PLE, which was not even centered around him, by the way, he was just a guy in his last PLE, and in his last PLE match, he ends up in Judgment Day shenanigans? Like, bro, this whole retirement tour was just so upsetting. How could you mess it up this bad? How? Why? And honestly, you could say that about WWE as a whole this year, How could you mess it up this bad? How is it even possible to be this bad? Because here's the thing, if you ask me, the only way you can be this bad is if you deliberately sabotage yourself. It's almost like WWE's going out of the way to make their shows as bad as possible. And that's crazy to me, because in 2024, it felt like we were on top of the world. As wrestling fans, of course. That road to Mania was generational. And like I said, there was all these things about 2025 that just seemed so promising, and it all just came crashing down. And to make matters worse, of course, you can't even stream PLEs on Peacock now. You gotta spend $30 a month on ESPN. Like, what the hell, man? How do we have such a crazy fall off? And the worst part is it's going to get worse. Oh, trust me, it's definitely going to get worse in the next couple of years. I mean, first of all, the Royal Rumble that's coming up in like a month or two, it's in Saudi Arabia. And so is WrestleMania 43 in 2027. That's also in Saudi Arabia. So we're just going to get a bunch of cash grab BS. The stars are getting older, CM Punk, Randy Orton, they're in the twilight years of their careers. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, they're all in their 40s. The only main eventer in WWE right now that is not in his 40s is Gunther, who's 38, so he's pretty damn close. It's like, yeah, man, we're definitely about to reach new lows. And like I've said several times in this video already, 2024 was the exact opposite. So to see how much things have changed for the worse in just a year, it really has killed my love for WWE. And I know some of y'all are just gonna go, oh, if you don't like it, then don't watch it. And honestly, I never understood that, man. I want it to be great. I love this, wrestling, WWE, I love it, and I want it to be great. I can't just walk away from it. And I feel like the people that are saying that are just people that have learned to accept mediocrity. That's one of the biggest problems as well. The fans have just learned to consume the garbage that this company gives us. There's nothing wrong with criticizing. There's nothing wrong with criticizing what you love when it's not good at the moment. So yeah, man, 2025 was this beacon of hope for WWE, and now that we're at the end of the year, now that we're at the end of 2025, it feels like the exact opposite, because looking back, we might have gone one of the worst years in WWE history, and that's just upsetting. And I'm sure that it has done the same for a lot of y'all as well. So yeah, with that being said, that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.